truth. We have not followed cunningly devised fables. So we were eyewitnesses of this thing. We walk in Bible, but we have seen the Lord. Our eyes have seen the Lord. I don't know about you. When you have become a supernatural Christian, God gets into you and starts walking himself. He no longer leads. He is now Ayakara.
Hello, welcome to the gospel. On this channel, you are going to get soul lifting message, faith content, and video that will help you to grow your spiritual life. Remember, don't forget to subscribe this channel for more new video updates.
Here, but you don't look here. Oh, are you really here? Is that thing really true? Let me tell you a story about a woman. She was healed of cancer in a Benny Hinn's meeting. When she was here, she went back to the doctors and they could not trace the cancer in her body. They said, what in the world happened? You were supposed to be dying. How come we can't find the cancer? So she had new medical reports showing that the cancer had completely disappeared, miraculously disappeared. So she kept going to their church in Florida. For 6 months, she attended the church. And in those 6 months, her hair had grown back. She had lost her hair because of cancer. Her hair had grown back. Her strength had returned. She had become so normal and healthy. And of course, a wonderful disciple of Jesus Christ. 6 months and she was growing. But there were those at home who kept telling her, so because of miracle, you have left our home church. So because of your healing, you are now in another. Must you join them? Can't you just get healed and come back home? When people got healed, did they have to follow Jesus? Didn't they go back home? After all, one day Jesus healed somebody. Man said, I want to follow you. Jesus said, go back to your home. Do you have to go to their church? 6 months we've been looking for you. You wouldn't even come to church. The pastor wants to see you. So she went to the pastor. She went to Benny Hinn and she said, I want to go to my former church. They know I'm healed, and I know I'm healed, and everything is all right, and everybody knows everything's all right. Everybody's cool. I want to go back home to our home church. And he said, hey, you've been here 6 months. And in 6 months, you've grown like you never did. In 6 months, everything's been all right with you. Why don't you stay here for a while? 6 months I've been here. No, I can stay now. I know the word of faith now. Nothing can move me now. I'm 6 months here. No, he said, you got to stay. You got to stay. God has another future for you. You got to stay. Then she said, no, you see that old church where I used to be. Oh, they love me. The preacher wants me. He's even sent a message for me. All right. Do they believe in all these things that we believe? Yes, but you know, some things, but yes. And then he said, I don't think you should go. No, sometimes I'll come back here when I'll be here. And then Benny Hinn's wife also talked to the woman and said, I don't think you should go. Why don't you stay? I've known this pastor, the pastor of that old church, for a long time. He's a real man of God. He knows I'm here. Anyway, she left and went to that church. When she got there, she was there for about a month only. The pastor had said to her, you've been here? Oh yes. Give the glory to God. The glory belongs to God. You know, whenever your mind is spiritually alert, you get healed. Anybody can be healed when his mind is spiritually alert. He made her believe it was the state of her mind. Faith is personal. When your mind is spiritually alert, you'll be healed. So that's what happened to you. You just got to the time when you were spiritually alert. In other words, you didn't have to be healed in that meeting. You could have been healed anywhere. Anytime your spirit is alert, anything can happen. And it can happen anywhere because God's everywhere. And so she thought, ooh, so all that fake thing they've been talking about just to get somebody's money or just to get somebody to stay in the church. She believed what the pastor said. Before long, the tummy seemed to have pain. Within a month, the stomach grew larger. All the old symptoms came back. She said, it's not possible. She went for a test. It was cancer. She said, impossible. In 1 month, I'd been free. 6 months from cancer. She ran to Benny Hinn. He said, I told you not to go. What did that pastor tell you? Yeah, he told me that it was in my mind. Oh dear, ain't nothing we can do for you because you lost 6 months of faith. How are you going to grow all that back? She died. In 1 month, she died of cancer. After medical report was clear that she had been cleansed of cancer. Remember something. Where did the sickness come from in the first place? Why was it possible in the first place? When you receive salvation, you don't go back to your old friends. Yeah, no, they know I'm a Christian now, so I'm just going to be a witness to them. How are you going to be a witness to them? I'll tell you how. Give them tracts, give them Christian materials, Christian books and tapes. Tell them about Jesus. After you're talking, fly away. They are not to do the talking. You are to do the talking. When you do the talking, go away. Every time you come, you help in doing the talking. And after doing the talking, you get away. What does a child do? A child don't listen to nobody. As long as it's a child, the child says, ah! What is she doing? Commanding everybody to bring food. When she's through with the food, if you like, sing. If you like, do what you like. When the child wakes up, ah! So the child commands everybody. You do everything for the child. So what? Until you are well groomed. Look at the ministry of Jesus. He ministered 3.5 years. When did he start sending out his disciples to preach? Immediately they believed in him? No. He taught them, and then he sent them. He taught them. He made sure they were strong in the word, and then he sent them. He said, when you go, preach. He didn't say listen. He said preach. Don't let them talk to you. Look at Jehovah's Witnesses. I have encountered them. They don't let you talk. I know them. I have met them. They start doing the talking, and then when you want to answer, they say, no, let me finish. And then when they finish, they open the briefcase and bring out a book and say, this is very important, you have to buy this. Until you buy that book, they will not stop. And when you buy the book,
don't forget to subscribe this channel.